What is up, everybody? Welcome back. Foxbody Garage. How to build your Ford small block 5.0, 302, 351 Windsor series. Today we're going to get right into it. We're going to check pushrod length, piston to valve clearance, and bolt the heads on, which is pretty self-explanatory. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe with your friends, share. We hit 500 subscribers. Thanks to all the loyal and new subscribers. Appreciate everybody. Let's dive right into it, guys. We're at the home stretch. I ordered the pushrod length checker. I got some clay, and we're going to use an old head gasket that's already crushed and been used. We're not going to use the head gasket that we're going to final assemble the engine with, but it is the same crush thickness. So that's very crucial because it will skewer your measurements for piston to valve and for your pushrod length. So let's get right into it, guys. Of course, LMR right away sends us the pushrod length checker. If you guys see it here, it just screws and opens and closes. I did this off camera already, so I'm trying not to screw with the length. So it's real self-explanatory. And we got our rockers. Once again, trick flow rockers, poly lock. Also, LMR sells a solid hydraulic lifter that I did purchase. If I find the bag that it came in, I will give you the part number. But basically, it's just a regular hydraulic lifter that they made solid, and they're selling it. I don't know how much they're selling it for, but back in the day, you couldn't buy this. I made one. I made two, actually, of my own, which I've been using. I just bought the one from LMR just to see what they were doing, and they're doing exactly what I did. You pop the springs off, take the plunger out, fill it up with washers, put the plunger and the little snap ring back, and done. Same length, same everything. You could buy it or you can make it if you have old ones. I chose to make them. Okay? I have them for years, and these are my solid roller lifters, okay, that are the same length and depth and everything of your regular lifter. Thank God that's not a lifter we're going to use, and we did drop it today, but it don't matter because it's a solid lifter and it ain't going to do nothing. So that's what we're doing. Take the head, Trick Flow 170s. My buddy should be coming soon. Matter of fact, here he comes, walking in the door. What's up there, Mike? Okay, we got Trick Flow 170 heads. I sprayed a little WD-40, and I put 2 pieces of clay. 2 pieces of clay on the crown of the valve relief of the piston. Stick that in. Mike, do me a favor while you're here, bud. Hold this. We'll turn the motor over to get it to top dead center. Like I said before, if you guys follow along, you'll be able to build your own motor. Right? Clay, nothing fancy. Stick it right on the eyebrow of the piston or the valve relief, whatever you want to call it. Stick it right in. Then we'll roll down the motor a little bit, and we'll stick the head in. Right, we stick the head in, not the head on. We're sticking the head in, baby. What are you gonna do? It comes out natural. See? I can't see nothing, boys and girls. There you go. I'm just putting 4 bolts. We're just going to tack them on. Don't have to go to torque sequence. You don't have to torque them down. You just got to slug them up. I'm just going to use the impact. We'll give it a little hugger-dugger. hugga dogga, hugga dogga, hugga dogga, hugga dogga. Okay? Alright, nothing crazy. Now, push rod length is going to be push rod length I came up with, like I said, I did this already off camera. I use the measuring tape because unless you're buying custom push rods, they come in 50 thousandths increments. So measuring tape is going to work. It came out to 6 and 15/16, so almost 7. So we're going to try with this length, which I already know it's going to work because I already ordered the push rods. But for video purposes, like I told you guys in the last videos, no skip step. Is it the perfect video? Is it the best commentating and all that? Probably not, but if you listen to me, it'll work. So we're going to put this push rod in. I made it 7 inches, 6 and 15/16. This is going to be the length. We got our solid roller lifters in. We're going to roll the motor down and watch the lifters so they're at the base circle of the camshaft, which is the lowest point, right? Once we see both lifters at the lowest point, then we know we can adjust the intake and exhaust. But we're going to do one at a time because I only got one adjustable push rod. Let's get the rockers. Don't forget, this is done with a solid roller lifter. The same length and size as the hydraulic roller lifter you're going to use in your motor. This is the method. It's very simple. We're going to get a Sharpie. We're going to mark it, the tip, on both sides. Today is probably the hottest day of summer. It's Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. It's probably about 95 degrees out. So guess what? You guys are in luck. Watch this. The video is going to be over quick. It ain't going to be an hour long because we need push rods, and I just ordered them today. So here we go. In case you don't know, on the roller, there's an oval side, and on the other side is a flat side. The flat side faces up, so the poly lock hits on the flat side. Very simple, okay? We put it on. We screw the poly lock on. And now, what we're doing is, I don't know if you're seeing it, but we're lifting up and down on the push rod. We're not turning or spinning the push rod. We're going up and down as we tighten the nut. Once the push rod stops going up and down, we know we're at 0 lash and we're ready to turn the motor. So we'll just keep turning it up and down. See, it's getting less and less. I'm going to do it from down here. It's a lot easier. But if you see, the push rod is still moving the roller up and down. Now we don't move it. Back it off a little bit. It got a little play. We'll turn it. Boom. So now we're at 0 lash. All we got to do is turn the motor over. And it should give us 2 things. If the push rod length is correct, we should get a good wipe on the valve, the tip. It should be less than 50 thousandths, I believe, on the tip. And it should be pretty much centered on the valve, which I'll show you. And at the same time, the clay is compressing. The valve is compressing on top of the clay, on top of the piston, and that should give us another reading, which I did already. I'm just doing it over again for video purposes because, like I said, no step skip. It's not even touching, so we got plenty. And it is only a stock cam. Now, if you put a Trick Flow Stage 1 or an Anderson N41 or you put a custom grind, it might get tighter and you might run into problems. But with a stock cam, Trick Flow 170 heads and Trick Flow 1.6 rockers, you got miles. And that's with the block and the piston being at 0 deck, and I mean true 0 deck. I did it. It's probably like 1 or 2 thousandths out of the hole, but with my measuring technique, I'm going to say call it 0 deck. Just a heads up. You turn it over a few times. Let's make sure we're down. Beautiful. This comes off. Then we just unscrew it. And since I only have one, and we're going to keep dropping things today, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this without moving it or spinning it. I'm going to put it in the other side. And we're going to do the same procedure. Make sure it's there. You got to turn the motor a little bit. See, the lifter's up. We want the lifter to be all the way down. See how it's going down, go down, go down. And then you turn it and it didn't move, right? So now you know you're all the way down at the base circle of the camshaft. That means the oval side, not the lobe side. It's called the base circle of the camshaft, okay? Now we know we're there. Now we're going to do the same technique with the up and down of the push rod to get 0 lash. As you can see again, up and down, up and down. We'll just keep turning it. Make sure the rocker and the push rod is in the cup and it's all centered properly. And we'll keep turning it and lifting up and down. Turning it, lifting up and down. Until we get 0 lash, it don't move up and down. Not spinning the push rod. Obviously, it's adjustable push rod. So if you spin the push rod, you're going to ruin the length of it. So that's for sure. But even if you were doing this with your regular push rods, you don't want to spin it until it gets dragged, because now you're collapsing the hydraulic lifter a little bit, which you don't want. So what I do is I just up and down, up and down, up and down until it don't go up and down on the rocker. This would be the rocker, and we don't want it to go up and down. Got it? Tech tip for today, guys. All right, so let's get back to up and down, up and down, up and down, up and up. Stop. Back it off a hair. You feel that little play. Turn it, boom. Make sure everything is lined. Push rods in the cup. Push rods in the rocker cup. Spin the motor at least 2 revolutions. I like to do like 3, 4 because I'm just crazy like that. And like I said, it should give us a pattern on the valve stem, and it should give us piston to valve clearance with the same thickness head gasket that you're going to use with the final assembly. Okay, now we'll take it off. And the first check we'll do is try not to move your push rod, because at this point, if your pattern is good and your piston to valve clearance is good, you want to measure the length of this and probably add another, well, the push rods come in 50,000 increments, so you're going to have to like give or take a little bit. So unless you buy custom push rods. So try not to turn the adjuster at all, because we want to measure the length of the push rod. And then you're going to probably add like 25, 30 thousandths for the hydraulic. So it's going to be 25, 30 thousandths longer than the measurement you have. We clear? Excellent. Everybody thinks that this rocker arm geometry is some kind of voodoo magic, but it's really not. It's pretty simple once you know it. So that's what we're doing right now, okay? Now we'll put the push rod down. We won't turn it, spin it, nothing. We'll put it down like it's eggs or a baby schoolie. All right, here we go. Beautiful. First and foremost, I see the pattern on here. Looks great. Dead center, 50 thousandths. Let me see if I could take you off and give you a visual real quick. I don't want to screw up the camera because you know, guys, we got camera problems. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Let's see. Zoom in a little bit. I don't know if you guys are picking it up, but it's pretty much in the dead center. So that's good for now. That's good for now. Sorry for the camera work, guys. You know the deal. Apologize. Okay? So that is good. Okay, that's fine. We got beautiful padding, so right now we're happy. Like I said, apologize for the camera work, guys. I'm just a guy in the garage building engines and trying to help someone out. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to unbolt it and we're going to check the compression of the clay to see how much piston to valve clearance we got. We have a 351 build coming soon, and we picked up another project car for after this build. So stay tuned, Foxbody Garage. A lot of content coming. Hopefully you guys hit the like, comment, subscribe if you found this video instructional and it helped you. Stay tuned for the rest of the builds. And let's see the compression of this clay. What do we got on the clay? Here we go. You hold that, put that over there, and it didn't even touch, guys. I don't know if you could see it. I'll try to zoom in. We got miles and miles of piston to valve clearance, as you can see. Didn't even touch it. It kissed it a little bit on the, what side is that? This is the exhaust. Let's see. Intake exhaust, gotcha. Right? Intake. So it kissed a little bit over here on the exhaust side. Usually what you'll do is you'll slice it in half, which I'll do just for video purposes. But we got miles of clearance, guys. I don't even know, probably like 300. I'm gonna cut it in half. It's not hitting the crown of the piston or nothing. That's how much we got, boys and girls. Where is it? There you go. That's miles. That's miles. I don't even know. That's miles, guys. So that's how you do the clay method. I like the clay method better than doing it because you can see the quench also. The quench. You can see if the piston quench to the top of the head. So not only you get your piston to valve, you get the top of the piston to the top of the cylinder head, and you get the quench. So that's that side. And this side is the same thing, miles away. Look how thick that is. I don't know if the camera's picking it up too good, guys, but anyway, nonetheless, we got plenty of piston to valve clearance. It is a stock cam. So if you're using a stock cam with trick flow 170 heads, stock pistons, and zero deck, you got miles and miles of play, man. You don't got to worry about hitting the head or anything. Verified and confirmed. So that's what we're up to right now. We're going to bolt on the heads real quick. We're going to put the final head gasket that we're going to use. We're going to clean off anything that we have to clean off this head here with a little brake cleaner and a towel. And we'll get that head right on. Let's see. We're not using nothing fancy, no special head gaskets, just Ford Motorsport gasket. That's it. Real simple. You got to look for the front. States the front, if you could see it, and the front. The front has to be facing the front of the motor. Ding, 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 you are a winner, chicken dinner. So here we go. Front, front. Everything looks good, no problems. We got nothing here, no dirt, no debris, excellent. And we're gonna bolt this head on real quick. Okay. What do we need? We need to put the head on. It is a heavy one, and it just dropped something. Hold the thing in my hand. Oh, you dropped it, so. forget to use your spacers for the bolts, because the bolts you use are going to be different. So make sure you get your washer kit, and don't make sure you put them on the right way. Okay, so we got that. We're going to lube up our bolts and stick them in. Hold that. Okay, I already did these bolts. You put a little ARP. You put a little ARP on the shoulder, on the top, the bottom of the washer. And for the lower bolts, you got to put a little sealer. So I put a little of this, and I use silicone. I don't use sealer, I just use silicone ultra black, which we need to do. All that one. If it's not all dried up, stick a screwdriver in it. I know, guys, the videos ain't the most entertaining, but you definitely have a good running engine. That I can tell you. Let's just poke a hole in this if we can. That's why I like the ultra black. You see, it turns into like rubber perfect. It don't leak. Let's see if we can get some lube out of here. Not really. Hold on, guys. Stand by. Stand by. Silicone is so expensive these days. It's crazy. Everything's through the roof. Right stuff. I can't get no silicone out of here. I'm not throwing this tube away, I promise you. Alright. Here we go. Let me get the bolt. That. That's dirty. We don't want to use that. A little squeeze. That's good. We're just going to put a little silicone on the bolts like that, because they go into the water passage. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. That's it. Nothing crazy. Just a little silicone. And then we put a little of this on the shoulder of the bolt. And we're good to go. If this didn't get hard. There you go. Boom. Little there, little on the shoulder, and a little on the shoulder of the bolt. Nothing crazy. That's one. Put it in. Bang. That takes care of that one. Let's do this. Also, the washers have a shoulder side and a flat side. Flat side, shoulder side. As you can see, the bolt has a little shoulder. Make sure you put the shoulder going up towards the bolt. Just take a little silicone, nothing crazy. You could use thread sealer too. I have it. I just don't like the thread sealer because it stays like wet. This turns hard. So then you don't got to worry about your bolts backing out and retorquing. It's just the method I use. Worked for a long time and I'm not changing now. Put this one in here. And like I said, you only got to do the bottoms. I'm going to do the tops and bottoms because I'm good like that. Put put this, the shoulder the right way. Boom, a little of that. I like to spin it, make sure it gets on there good. Take a little of the lube, put a dab here, a dab there, and a dab on the bottom. There we go. That takes care of that one. Do that in. Let's do the next one. Are we missing one? No. We might be. Why are we missing one? How many little ones you got left? One more?
Okay.
Huh?
Missing one.
We're missing one. Oh, it's over there. Gotcha. Once again, a little dab here, a little dab there, a little dab there, a little silicone on the thread. One more. This one had the dab already, but we'll give it another dab here. Boom, boom, a little there. That's it. You don't have to go crazy. Put a little silicone at the tip, especially for the bottoms. And then we're gonna go for the torque sequence. I think it's like 100 pounds or 85 pounds. I'm not sure. Let's use this one. Here, like I said, you don't have to put it on the top. I'm putting it on the top because I want to. You don't have to. I do it because I think it's going to help the torque sequence of all the bolts have the same drag. So hopefully everybody's out there hot rodding, building your car, and enjoying the summer. Hopefully we'll have this car running pretty soon. Little there, little there. Put it on. This way you get the proper drag. So I like to do it to all the bolts. I know I said it 40 times, but that's how I do it. Little there. Boom. And let's put this on here. And we put a little dab of this here, boom, and a little there, boom. There you go. Spread it around. Get this one in here too. 2 more to go. Almost home. We got Night Rider in the house. For you guys that don't know, let me get that stuff here. Boom. Put a little there. Nothing crazy. A little here. Nothing crazy. Sticking it in. A hole. Bang. The last one. Like I said, do you have to put it on the top? I don't know. I don't do it. It don't have to go on the top. I do it because I think it's going to give us the correct torque on all the bolts. Been doing it like this forever, and it always works for me, so I don't like to change what works. Let me get a rig, please, sir. That graphite moly gets everywhere, guys, everywhere. That ARP lube gets everywhere. Alright. Now we're going to go from the inside out. Just going to tug them. They're not going to go anything. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. So you're working from the inside out, going like that. Not a big deal. Now we'll get our torque wrench. look up the torque specs. I think it's 85 or 100. Let's see what the torque specs are. Look it up on my phone right there, or your phone. I believe it is 85 or 100. Let me get the adapter for this. We're going to start off with 50, and we're going to do it in three. We're going to start off with 50 and do it in 3 steps. I believe it's 100, but we're going to start off at 50. 50, 75, 100. That's how I'm going to do it. $50. 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. We're going to do 75. 75. 75. 75. 75. 75. 75. What was the torque spec?
ARP says the last one is
90,
90.
right? I always go 10 over. 75. 75. 75. 75. Okay. Final torque spec, ARP is 90. We're going to do 100. Got good clamping.
Pull the shoulder right out.
Ready? $100. $100. $100. Or you can always go until it breaks and then back off. Choice is yours. Ah! Ah! That one don't want to go. We're going to leave that one alone. That one went. Oh, that one went. Oh, come on, baby. Ah, that one ain't going either. So, leave him at 90. Leave him at 90. Recommended. So we know they're better than 75. I'm not happy with that. Not happy with that. We are not happy with that. So we're going to loose them up, and we're going to do them all at 90, because we want an even clamp load. Okay, try it again. Don't do what I do, follow the manufacturer's specs. Let's see if we can get 90 out of it. $75, $80, $85, $90. Okay. Try it again, guys. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. Fucker. That one I don't want to take, man. We'll go back to it. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. 90. Come on, baby. Nope. We're going to leave that one alone. Remember, when we tore this engine apart, there was one broken head bolt from the factory. We're going to leave that one alone. That's good enough for my house. If you guys go back to the previous video, there was one bolt that was broken because this motor was never taken apart. So now I see why, and that was the stud, the hole. So we're going to leave that one alone. We're good. So that's how you do your push rod length, your rocker geometry, and piston to valve clearance. Install the heads, torque them down according to what head bolt company you're using, ARP, stock, it all changes. Don't forget your silicone on the lower bolts. I put them on both. And that's going to be it for today, guys. Once again, hit the comment, like, subscribe, share with your friends. And the next video we'll be doing the intake. And I guess we can install the lifters, intake, and showing you how to set up the rocker arm geometry. How to set the lash, half turn, quarter turn, one full turn, etc. when the push rods get in. So that's it for today. Appreciate everybody. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Until the next time, Foxbody Garage out.